On today's show, Stanford University researchers show off a battery that recharges in less than a minute.
And soon you're going to be able to watch television for free on your Xbox One. I'll tell you how in just a second. Hold on.
And a UK company is growing furniture, like literally growing furniture out of the ground. And we'll explain how. It's Tomorrow Daily. Greetings, citizens of the internet. Welcome to Tomorrow Daily, the best geek talk show in the known universe. I'm your co-host, Ashley Scott. Join me, as always, Kill Anonymous.
I totally picture you having to grow the furniture and then put it together like IKEA.
You grow the parts.
You grow the parts, the little Allen wrench, and then you have to put it together with your friends.
You just go to IKEA and buy the seeds.
Yeah,
now forget it. You can't even buy a flat pack.
That's not. I presume it's cooler than that. It's much cooler than that.
It's pretty great. It's
okay,
pretty
we
weird.
got some good stories.
It's weird, but it's really cool.
All right, let's launch into this.
Let's do it. Number one complaint about most smartphones: batteries, battery life. Everyone's running out of battery, right? Okay, so researchers at Stanford University showed off this video this week, which made me so happy. I almost turned into the Willy Wonka glass elevator and just shot right through my ceiling. Yeah. They showed off this aluminum battery that recharges in less than a minute. So this is the battery right here.
Oh boy.
And this is a prototype aluminum battery, like we said, that can recharge in about a minute. It's powering an LED right there. You can see it, the little green LED. Here's some facts about aluminum. Bendable, not like lithium-ion batteries, which would make super flexible smartphones and things a possibility, which is kind of cool. There it is, powering a smartphone. I think they had a couple of them or a few of them all together. So a little bit about aluminum batteries. I guess this has been a material that researchers have kind of had their eye on for a long time. They've been interested in making batteries out of aluminum, but the biggest hurdles have been voltage and also getting it to the point where it can have multiple recharge cycles. So being able to plug it in over and over again and being able to use the phone. So now they're saying that this has no recharge decay, over hundreds or even thousands of recharge cycles, which is pretty awesome because with lithium-ion, over time, they decrease. So there's that. They are inexpensive, they are fully bendable, and they are made of aluminum and graphite. So they're saying that now that they've made this aluminum battery, or if I was Johnny Ive, I'd call it aluminium. Now that they've made this aluminium battery, they're saying that the goals are, from this point forward, making it scale up. So finding ways to scale up the battery technology, increase the capacity, obviously, because you want to be able to power things that are bigger than an LED light. And then they also want to get a low-cost electrolyte material. So they're working on sort of developing this battery and moving forward with it. But it is of great interest, I think, to a lot of people.
To everybody.
A lot of people, because we all use batteries. Yeah, batteries are big business. And the thing is I think really that's kind of been the big gate on new technologies. I mean, for me, is battery, because really there's only so much you can do when you need to have a little block of lithium ion inside a device, or you need to have a small watch battery, or whatever that is. This is flexible, it's totally bendable. You saw it in the video, they just bent it right up. So I think this is really cool. It could be really exciting. I know we're kind of also waiting on graphene. That's another battery technology that has the potential to be pretty amazing. But yeah, so aluminum and graphite.
I think we can all get behind this.
I am behind it 150%.
That's a little too much.
Nice work, Stanford. I'm looking forward to the future of this battery. I'm keeping my eyes on it.
I want this for sure.
How can I watch Xbox TV? I can watch TV on my Xbox for, you said free.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, I
Not
can't.
yet.
Okay.
But very, very soon, because this was announced today. So one of the best reasons to own a console, whether it be Xbox or PlayStation, is because it's also a media device.
Yes.
You can watch TV, movies, use apps and stuff like that. Well, they added a feature that has been actually available outside of the US and Canada. They added it to us, US and Canadians, can now get this feature, which is that we can now stream television from television signals.
Okay.
So it's for free. So these are local stations like like Fox, CBS, NBC, and so on. This is very, very simple. That's why this feature is so cool. All you have to do is buy this little attachment adapter and then put an antenna up.
Okay.
And you can stream all of this stuff through your Xbox. But not only that, you can also pause the live TV because this is a live feed. But because you're using it on this Xbox One, you can pause it.
You can pause it.
Yes,
Oh, that's
it's
really
an
nice.
unbelievable feature.
Oh, and you
One
get
of
a
the other
channel
things
guide.
that Major
Look at
Tom shows off over here is that you can also stream it to your tablet. So I can watch
second
my
screen.
live streamed content on there while you're playing, I don't know, Infamous 2. I had to pick something.
Sunset
It's not
Overdrive.
Xbox exclusive.
Sunset Overdrive. There you go.
But yeah, so there are some limitations to this. You have to find out what you have in your area as far as broadcast, and you can go to gomohu.com/Xbox to find out what's available in your area. If you're an Xbox preview program member, you're gonna get this earlier than everybody else. But apparently, it's coming to the rest of us very, 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 very soon. A lot of people are saying they should pair this with something like Sling TV or HBO Now.
Well, because this is free, so one of the things with
Digital.
Sling TV is that it didn't include all of broadcasts,
Yep.
or your local broadcast networks, and so this would be a way to get that for free. I mean, even though you have to make an investment with an Xbox One, which is not cheap, and then the antenna and everything, but still to be able to have broadcast TV where you're able to pause it, like you were saying, like you get pause. You don't get DVR. It doesn't have DVR, right? No DVR.
No.
Yeah,
it
so
doesn't
but
have
you still
DVR
get to pause
capability,
it.
Not really, yeah. Pausing it is something because, otherwise you're just like live feeding.
You just have to sit there.
Yeah. Obviously, this isn't going to blow anybody away. It's not going to sell Xboxes. But if you've already got an Xbox and you live in the
really
United
nice
States
feature.
or Canada, at least now you have that capability. It only costs a couple of bucks to get it's probably about $5 to get like the adapter and the antenna. I bought my antenna for like $3. But
Yeah, the HDTV antennas are really cheap.
Yeah.
I think there is like a box that they said, I think he was saying something along the lines of it being there was like the adapter was the more expensive thing, but there are options. Like you don't have to worry about like, it's going to be like $200 for this like adapter or whatever.
So if you're a cable cutter and or you're tired of watching stuff on your cable service, you can watch Family Guy, you can watch Last Man on Earth, you can watch all that stuff through your Xbox and pause it and whatnot. Doesn't save it, but there you go.
Still.
Keep an eye out. You got to keep an eye out. Again, it's not out yet. Just keep an eye out and just look for it when it comes out, and then you can beat all your friends to it.
Yeah, and they can all come over to your house.
I wouldn't invite them.
I got to tell you about this furniture. This furniture's.
Oh yeah, the grow your own furniture.
Yeah. Okay. So there's a company in the UK called Full Grown, and the guy who sort of founded it, his name is Gavin Munro. He decided to figure out an alternative to the standard way of making furniture, which is like chopping down a lot of trees, and then you have to use fossil fuels to run the bulldozers and chainsaws and all these other stuff. There's a lot of manufacturing kind of waste and wood waste as well, because you're basically taking a tree trunk and you're whittling it down to like a leg on a table.
Yep.
So
what a waste.
This guy, I love this story. Decided to figure out an alternative. Here's where it gets weird. He uses a special plastic frame to coax trees made out of willow, oak, ash, and sycamore into the shapes of specific kinds of furniture. So the tree, that's the tree. That is the tree. There's no extra wood that was cut out of this. He taught the tree to make a shape. So this is what it looks like when they have to splice everything, and they have to kind of guide the tree into growing in a very specific fashion, and they grow it into chairs, tables, frames, and lamps. And when the tree matures fully, it's a complete piece of furniture. There's no wood waste. It's just a chair or a table or whatever.
That's pretty clever. That's how they do the art animals, like the shrubbery animals. They have like a llama in the shape of like a tree in the shape of a llama.
Yeah, so this is similar to that, only the entire, there's no trimming or pruning. It's just the tree is grown into that shape. So
what does he make? What does he makes chairs?
Chairs, tables, frames. There's like mirror frames and lamps. And so there are about 400 trees at their farm. And what they do when it's done is they just buff it out. And they add some, they're doing this right now for like the flat side of the chair and stuff. So they'll sand everything and, seal it, stain it if they want to, like whatever. But you get this completely original, one-of-a-kind chair because it's a tree.
I want this. Okay.
Okay.
Let's. What are the facts? How much? If I
How
wanted
much?
this,
I know.
because I do want one.
Okay, so mind you, it takes 4 to 8 years to grow.
Yo, yeah,
to
I
grow
can
a
admit,
chair.
doesn't just grow a chair overnight.
You don't just grow a chair, yeah. So, but look at how, I mean, it's so cool.
So I have
they're
to
really
order
original.
now.
You can order now, and you get, okay, so, so he is saying
Oh, look,
that,
you see the
I did,
Greyhound.
the giant Greyhound is so cute. So it's like, he's calling it organic 3D printing. So it's like organic 3D printing. So there they are, like taking that one out. Like in the wintertime, they like harvest all the chairs.
How much?
All right, so first round of chairs will be ready in 2017. So you got a couple more years to wait. And it's going to cost you $3,700. So it's
Where are we gonna sit in the meantime?
on the ground. I'm sorry.
That's pretty cool.
Pretty pricey chair.
Better.
It's a pricey
If you
chair.
get that chair and you put it in your house, you better be like when people walk in, be like, hey,
Everybody come look at this
come
chair.
look at my chair.
Sit in it, appreciate it.
Guys,
I'm
look
gonna
at this
tell you
chair.
everything about
They're
it.
like, that's great. You could just bought one.
The lamps and frames will be ready in spring of next year, but they didn't have prices on that. You have to click an inquire button on the website, which means it's not going to be cheap. If I'm guessing, probably like $2,000. But
it's still really cool.
still love the idea.
Still fantastic.
And it brings us to our hashtag of the day, which is TD Tree. And the question is, what would you want to grow from organic material if you could grow anything? Like, what's the thing that you would want to grow out of organic material? So this guy's making furniture out of trees, which is pretty awesome.
Okay, what would you do?
If I could, I would love some way to build a car out of, like, I guess it would sort of like seashells, I guess. Like, I like the idea of like having sort of a developed, because it, like, I don't know. I think it would be awesome. Or a boat out of seaweed, where it's like a floating, like a nice
This is a
sailboat.
very bizarre question of the day.
It is a weird question of the day.
Um,
I picked it because I want you guys to get a little bit weird about it.
I guess I would want a suit of armor made of rocks
I like that.
or just iron or
Just
something.
iron,
Yeah,
some-
that just naturally created itself.
Naturally
it's like
creates
an
itself.
Iron Man, but I can't go anywhere in it.
I dig. I see
It's a
what
very
you're
strange
saying.
one. I think they'll have some fun.
I like
with
a
this
suit
question.
made out of like palm tree leaves. It just grows into a suit, and then you just walk into it.
Kind of like that, yeah.
I think that
they
I
had
dig
that
that.
in like in Hook.
Yeah.
They had that. They wore their little outfits
Yeah,
in Hook,
their
and
little outfits.
their hats were coconuts or something like that. This is a really weird one. You guys are gonna have a good time.
Super
with
weird.
this.
Have fun with that, you guys. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back with a really, really cool Mod Squad straight out of Star Trek. And we also have your user feedback and our phone talker for the day, so don't click away. It's Tomorrow Daily. Oh, and check this out. Welcome back to the show. I love that TARS cosplay. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's like how they made it in the movie too. It was like
Yeah.
a guy just behind it.
Just straight up went for it, and it looks amazing.
Do you see that he like had a camera, like a camera built
He
into it,
could
so he
interact
could
with
see
people.
from the back what TARS is seeing in the front. Very, very good.
Genius. I love it. I hope it comes to Comic-Con. Maybe he'll bring it to Comic-Con and we could see it in person.
Yeah, I
That'd be
love
pretty
TARS.
awesome.
I'm Team TARS.
I'm a Team TARS all the way too. Okay, so it is Wednesday, which means we like to kind of find cool and crazy mods all over the internet. This is Mod Squad. What is a graphic doing there?
I made that.
Did you? So nice. Looks amazing. Well done, Kale. Well
Thanks.
done.
Could have done better.
Oh, all right. So this week's Mod Squad, comes from Christoph Koch and Roll Schwartz, which sound like awesome Star Trek names. Actually, I was just thinking about that, and they made a Wi-Fi access point USS Enterprise, and there's video of it. So here's the process. They took it all apart. They used a Ubiquiti AP Pro access point, and they reassembled it inside the USS Enterprise model. This is the original Enterprise from the OG Star Trek television series.
Okay, so not Next Generation.
Nope, no TNG here. This is all OG Star Trek. And so what they did was, so the wood base, they made one that looks like the logo, and they put the plug in there, and then they have some LED lights in there and everything. And so there it is. They're working on putting this access point inside. They got all the cables wrapped up, and then they put the lid on it, and boom, it is a beautiful Wi-Fi access point that you never even know about because it just looks like a model of the USS Enterprise.
So it lights up then too, is what you're saying?
Yeah, it's got some LED lighting on the board that looks like when you see the middle of it, like when it's dark, it looks like there's activity going on inside the ship, which is pretty cool.
This is kind of my favorite Mod Squad.
Kind of love it.
That's my favorite one.
It's so fun and such a simple concept, but they really nailed it in terms of execution. I mean, I would never be able to tell that there was a Wi-Fi access point in there.
I wonder what the password to their Wi-Fi hotspot is.
I'm gonna guess it's something
Engage.
in Klingon.
Oh.
Or maybe make it so.
Make it so? Yeah, I like that.
Make it so. But I know it's TNG, but you know. They did a little Reddit AMA about it, like they were answering questions about it over on Reddit, and I was reading some of their answers, and one of the questions a lot of people had was, does it get really hot? Because they were expecting it to like overheat because it's inside a really tight case, and they're like, no, actually it's not that bad. So pretty cool. I thought that was super amazing, and I love clever mods, so I thought that was kind of a win. That was a big time win for me. I don't know.
Going
I
where
dug
no
it.
Wi-Fi's but gone before.
Exactly. Going where no Wi-Fi.
In a galaxy far, far away.
Nope, wrong one. But
Use
speaking
the
of
Force,
that,
Luke.
it's time for user feedback. That was a great catch. I got reflexes like a cat. I can hear you laughing at me.
Reflexes like a dead cat. All right,
like a dead cat. Okay, so I have to say I'm feeling very vindicated today because many of you wrote in and put episode 3 ahead of Return of the Jedi. So we asked you guys to use the hashtag TDSW and to rank 6 Star Wars films. I gotta tell you, some surprises, but more than anything, I would like to say that I am proud to be wrong with the rest of you because clearly Kale says that I'm incorrect, but I'm happy to be wrong with all of you as opposed to right with Kale because I put 3 above 6. That's all I'm saying. Ryan wrote in. Kale's like, I don't care.
I don't really care.
Ryan wrote in and said, number 1, Empire, then Jedi, then Sith, New Hope, Phantom, and Clones. 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 are close. Could go either way. I'm surprised people put Phantom above Clones, but a lot of people did. A lot of people really don't like Attack of the Clones.
I think they like that pod race, though.
The pod race is awesome, and the other thing, though, is like I was thinking about Attack of the Clones because I'm like, what are they talking about? Attack of the Clones was so cool, but it's really only in the last like 15 minutes of that movie is cool because the rest of it is like the hills are alive with the sound of Jedi, where Anakin's like running and they're like running at each other and rolling around in the flowers.
That. Yeah,
gross.
Sand, it gets everywhere.
Yeah, gross. Stanley wrote in and said, Jedi, Empire, Hope, Sith, Phantom Menace, Clones. So he put Return of the Jedi first. And then Empire, then A New Hope, Revenge of the Sith, Phantom Menace, Clones. Then Veda wrote in and said, Ewoks ruined 6. Oh, he says 4, 5, 3, 6, 2, 1, which was close to my order. I said 5, 4, 3. Jar Jar and bad acting Anakin ruined 2 and 1. May the Force be with you. James wrote in, had a message for you. It said, first off, Kale Anonymous, that t-shirt is inspired your green Power Ranger shirt. Love that. As for TDSW, the list for me is 4, 3, 5, 6, 1, 2. All of the lightsabers in 3. So he put A New Hope, Revenge of the Sith, and then Empire Strikes Back.
Here's the issue we have.
And then Return of the Jedi, which
here's the problem we have.
You're gonna have to be killed. can't
Here's the problem we have here. Once again, we're forgetting that the prequels, for the most part, especially 3, had a lot of support because of 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
You know, you basically already had the story. But I think most people are giving 3 credit because of the fight scenes and because of the cool action or whatever. And that's fair. We're talking about terrible story, awful writing, and garbage direction.
I feel like that about episodes about Return of the Jedi though. Like a lot of it is really bad. Like I mean, I guess I look at it and I'm just like, this is just as bad.
But I mean, that was back when.
I
like
guess.
a long time ago.
It's not an excuse.
And then now,
The Godfather came out in the 70s.
but now with like gazillions of dollars, and then we have.
I would argue we make more terrible movies now than we do back. Like,
yeah, sure, but not behind like amazing franchises.
okay,
like
fair
that.
enough.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see. Still got Batman v Superman to go.
There's not really been a great Superman
That's what I'm
recently.
saying. Good franchise.
But now we're just opening wounds.
I know, we're just opening all
everywhere.
salt,
Oh,
pouring
no,
salt
get
in
that
them.
one.
You'll get all that salt in the wounds.
God, what is this show becoming?
I know. Neil wrote in and said, Empire Strikes Back, A New Hope, Revenge of the Sith, Return of the Jedi, Attack of the Clones, and Phantom Menace. That was my choices. Return of the Jedi would have been higher, but Ewoks, come on! That's what he said. I know people don't like Ewoks, man. I'm with you. I got you. Rick wrote in and said, I'm going to go with the unpopular opinion. Episode 6, 5, 3, 4, 2, and I'm going to pretend that Phantom Menace doesn't exist. I like that he just completely dropped that one off. Like,
Producer Logan, you're the only person that's on my side. How do you feel about everybody putting 3 up there?
I wouldn't put it in the top 3. Original trilogy first.
And that's what I'm saying. It doesn't belong there.
You guys are all alone.
I
I'm saying.
loved 3 of 1, 2, and 3. I loved it. I thought it was great. It was but it was only refreshing after 1 and 2.
I don't know. Just like this is better than 6. Better than 6. All right. It is time for our very last piece of user feedback. It's time for our photographer of the day. I'm really enjoying all this nerd rage that we're having. It's so fun. I have a present for you. This is a photographer that used the Note 4 at festival season. Are you ready?
Oh, yes.
Okay. This is from Ang, and he wrote in and said, hey guys, longtime watcher. This photo is shot with my Samsung Note 4. I shot this photo of my significant other of 13 years at a music festival, and with much luck, I got a sunset in the background. He also said happy birthday to me, so thank you, Ang.
Get out of here.
Look at this picture. It's amazing.
He's at Wonderland. He's at like one of the Insomniac events, I think.
It is
Woo!
gorgeous.
Dude, that is awesome.
First of all,
it looks like it belongs in like a magazine.
It looks
for
like
an
it
ad.
should be like an ad for festival season. Like, it's just go see a festival. Look at the delights that you're going to encounter.
This guy
got
is
her
totally
feather
my kind of guy. Like going to festivals, using the Note 4, which I want.
So that's what I'm saying. It's so
Dutch
good.
angle, totally in a Dutch angle, and he watches Tomorrow
Sunset
Daily.
photography.
Which that's where we differ. I don't watch Tomorrow Daily.
No, Kale does not.
But still.
But look at that picture. It looks amazing.
cool.
And your lady is delightful and
we assuming that's his
gorgeous.
lady?
Well, he said it's of his significant other.
Oh.
So, and your
Yeah.
lady is literally gorgeous.
Yeah.
And that is a stunning picture. And she should be a festival season model just for all the festivals. They should
Definitely.
just bring her out for free. They should fly both you guys out and just have you guys take pictures. That's
Yeah,
what I
and you
vote
should
for.
take her to more festivals.
Yeah.
There, I just wanted to like screw him over. Now he has to go to every
Take
festival.
it more. Take it more. If you guys want to submit your photography, you can. You can email us your photography. Tell us what device you took your picture with. Tell us a little story about it. Or you can send us story ideas, feedback for the show, whatever you want, to tomorrow@cnet.com. And we also are on social media. We're Tomorrow Daily on Snapchat, Tumblr, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Tomorrow Daily TV over on Google+.
And if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe, and also if you're listening on iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. And also, if you're on Twitter, don't forget to follow us on Twitter @Khail and Ashley.
And I'm Ashley Skella. That's it for the show today. We'll be back tomorrow with a whole new docket of weird, wonderful science fact meaning science fiction, all that good stuff. But until then, be good humans. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.